Backspin, it's not a matter of something is backspin or not, it's a continuum. How much backspin is on it? Now this is where players get really good at it, right? And they say, oh, my backhand loop off backspin looks like a mile long, but then in a match someone pushes backspin and it's less spin than they thought. They hit it off the end. It's way more spin than they thought. They hit it into the net. I'm sure you have had this experience where you're just like, man, this shot doesn't work. And you start to hit the really heavy balls into the net, right? It's that. A lot of you have asked me, how do I backhand loop off backspin? The problem is a lot of you guys know it. Once you get that, you understand that you use both legs. On the forehand, it's one leg, boom. On the backhand, it's both legs, bang. Once you guys do understand that, you also struggle at the next step. The next steps are if someone feeds heavier than normal, less with very little backspin, or also if they push you to your left. So we're gonna challenge Johnny a bit. I'm gonna give you heavier than usual, but so instead of squatting 100 kilos, now you're squatting 150 kilos. So this one you're gonna wait longer and store more energy here. It's gonna help you take the ball here. There we go. There we go. That's the biggest cue. This is beating backspin balls. We're going to talk more about dealing with backspin balls, but let me explain a basic principle to you. So imagine I'm in the gym, which I'm actually in the gym right now at Enterprise Fitness, but imagine I'm trying to squat 200 kilos, yeah? Now think about Newton's first law, or I can't believe it was second or third. For every action force, there is a reaction force. So the fact that I'm casually standing on the ground, the earth is also pushing me up. Yeah, it sounds geeky, whatever, right? But this is actually true. So imagine my goal is to squat down and squat up. Now I have 200 kilos on my back. I get down, great. Now there's 200 kilos on my back. So for my body to lift this bar up, which is the goal, my feet have to really press down into the ground, downwards for this bar to go up, because an acted force that's created will always have an opposing force in the equal amount of energy. So for me to lift this 200 kilo bar up and successfully squat it, my feet need to push. Of course, I'm using my body too to get that energy, but my feet need to plant into the ground enough force that will lift up that 200 kilos. Now, why do I tell you this? Because when someone pushes with heavy backspin, your body, your legs, your feet need to do the same thing. Your feet need to hear. We're not doing this just to look good when we loop off backspin with the backhand. We're not doing that just to look good. We're doing that because let's say there's 99 amount of backspin, right? I don't know. Let's make some unit, right? There's 99 amount of backspin. My feet, my legs, my body and my racket need to brush that ball with exactly 99 or more to get it over. Now, where a lot of people run into trouble is when they see an opponent push backspin. Pushing backspin, it's not a matter of something is backspin or not, it's a continuum. How much backspin is on it? Now, this is where players get really good at it, right? And they say, oh, my backhand loop off backspin looks like a mile long, but then in a match, someone pushes backspin and it's less spin than they thought. They hit it off the end. It's way more spin than they thought. They hit it into the net. I'm sure you have had this experience where you're just like, man, this shot doesn't work. And you start to hit the really heavy balls into the net, right? It's that you're not adapting to how much backspin there is. If there's a lot of backspin, you really need to get your legs like pushing down into the ground as the ball comes, yeah? There is this motion. There is definitely this motion, but it's also with the legs. At the same time, boom, right? And you're also thrusting from here upwards. Now, if someone pushes and there's not as much backspin, it's still good to be here because you're always going to be prepared to put in good energy up. Yeah, but someone pushes and it's not as much backspin, you can then just not have to go as hard. You can then not go as high either, right? Because you don't want to. You don't want the ball to fly off the end. Ball. Actually, I'm going to show you some examples first before I go into example number 4 of how to use your body. I don't want you to largen. Yes, I want you to still. Don't largen to try and overcome this spin. Try and really get more from here. Okay. Don't largen the shot to try and get more spin. Like, especially don't start stepping back. Don't start winding like crazy. Stay closer. You gotta do this, stay close. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Watch this one. We're going to challenge Johnny by actually feeding with not much spin, right? So a lot of you think backspin is either backspin, yes or no. It's not like that. It's a continuum. It's how much backspin, how little backspin, is it like, it is a continuum. You can have balls that are very little backspin to the point where they almost feel like no spin. Then you can have balls that are heavy as shit, right? Then you can have balls that are like, yeah, it's backspin, but not ridiculous, not nothing, or it's also not really heavy. Here we're going to give him a not very heavy ball. And this is actually quite more challenging than you guys think. And it's where a lot of you guys, I'm looking at you, are stuffing up. So let's see what he does. I'm going to change things up a bit. He has missed the first two. Let's see, before I say anything, let's see if Johnny can adjust to this. I'm going to give him, he's noticed, I've given him the no spin push. He has not adjusted to it yet. What do we do? Almost. Yes. Find the missing, find the two that you made on, try and find out what you did. There we go. Isn't that good? When you can guide them to the answer without actually having to tell them. Now that, my friend, is good coaching. So when you get the no spin ball, the no spin one, if you do that, it's gonna fly. Yeah. It's like I'm giving you backspin, but it's so little. And if you go like that, you spin like a very big and it's gonna hit 2 meters out, right? This one you still want to be doing the same, but instead of going here, you want to go more. You don't have to blast it, you can still, same on the block, you can still go like it. You're just going more forward and still playing the slow spin instead of going up.
If you enjoyed this content and you want to see more, and you're a club level player trying to improve his or her game, you want to be supported by other like-minded people in the same community of everyone giving great energy, trying to get better, sharing their wins, asking questions, having personalized access to me and an online course that I've created. Join the link in my free school community. I will provide the link in the description and just click in, sign up. And what I ask is that you do contribute to the community, give it your all, and yeah, you will get personalized help from me to improve your game and tell you all the secrets so that you stop really being frustrated, not knowing why you're not progressing or progressing really slow, or perhaps even going backwards and getting worse. So through my 23 years of being an Olympic athlete, I will teach you what has got me there and what has gotten a lot of my clients that I've helped also there at the same time.